You will feel it, like if you're looking on the tip, you'll see very clear there's how many things are there. By not thinking, by not talking, by not judging, you can clearly see it. And once you sense and connect with that feeling, whatever blockages are there, once you sense that, we say remains stillness. Your body should be still. Inner speech should be silence. Mind should be thought-free that moment. If you do that, then you have connected, what I call it, then you have selected, like in a computer. You have selected the file, now you have to press the delete button, right? So the exercise itself is like the delete button. Because it's physically, exercise involves with the movement and the breath. So how we store this kind of energy, it's in our body and in the wind. So body, physical exercise helps. And then the holding of the breath helps. That's wind related. So in a way, working like that, we clear that in the crown, in our head. Okay, now I feel more clear. Now I feel less sadness. Now I feel more peace. Now I feel more grounded. Now I feel more connected. You see, you begin to, in a deep place, you begin to feel the shift of qualities. Once you feel that, now I feel more space. Then question about, am I aware of that openness? There are many moments, I think, in our life we can be so open. We are so open, but we don't recognize that openness because of our thoughts and emotions and so on. Do I recognize that? So I recognize it. So once you recognize that, what is that? What do you recognize? You recognize space, there's awareness, the union of these two qualities, and then you can feel some quality, like joy. Joy will just come without any appointments, without any schedules. Does the depression has a schedule? People who get depressed, it can be 2 in the morning, 5 in the morning, in the middle of the night. It just comes like that. Because why? Depression is ripened. Does anger has a schedule? No. Anger can just spontaneously, effortlessly manifest. Why? Because it's ripened. So if you look at the negative side of many negative expression of our emotions, they spontaneously, effortlessly, no matter where it is, it can come because it's ripened. So we wanted to have the same kind of experiences with the positive quality. Can it happen? Yes. How it can happen? We have to go back to the space, awareness, union, fire, and action. So action only happens if you go back. Right action only happens when it's connected to the root. So that's one principle, okay? Now, another principle one can think of is that what is in enlightened action, what is there in enlightened action? I think in a way I can say two principal qualities. There's openness, there's awareness. An action which has openness and awareness, it's called enlightened action. That makes sense? If you look at your stressful action, why is stressful? Because it lacks openness, it lacks awareness. So every enlightened action manifests based on that openness and awareness. For example, give an example of love. Love is a very interesting thing, right? We can have so many different kinds of love. You can say, I love pizza. That's one love. You can say, I love divine, my wisdom, That's one love. You can say, I love my family. That's one love. You can say, I love my husband. I love my child. You can see every kind of love has different qualities. Why? Because it's not the same. For example, loving your partner, husband or wife versus loving your child, it's quite a different thing. Right? Child, it's very strong. What is about? Of course, it's a very samsaric thing. It's a lot of attachment in it. There's much more pain in it. And then husband and wife, that's the second category of pain. I'm not. Right? Yeah. You see, it is a samsaric thing. You see, samsaric thing. There is attachment. I mean, if you look in any relationship, or even particularly those who doesn't last, the more attachment there is, the more confusion and more pain there is. It has nothing to do with the pure sense of love. It's just a question of how purer some loves are. I mean, that's the only thing in the samsaric sense of love. You know, I always say, you love as much as you can love someone in a maximum until it begins to produce pain. That is the way you're crossing the boundary, you know, where it's just crossing the boundary. So you don't want to love someone when pain starts to become.